You hear the ambient snowstorm?
I do.
Is it peaceful?
It's fitting. We finally had ourselves a snowstorm.
All right.
This is one of the later ones.
Later what?
Snows, like first real snows.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be a big one. It's supposed to be Nina, like heavy snow this year. That's what the Farmer's Almanac says.
And well, usually
It's
those
supposed to be a very wet year.
Those come in like those like late February, March ones.
Yeah, the like final angry one before April.
Because it was 2021 when we had that last big one.
And it broke everything, all the trees and stuff.
And that one was one of the biggest ones in like the last 15 years. It was like here it was 30 inches here. I know in Cheyenne it was 42 inches in Cheyenne because I had an employee who lived there and he couldn't get to work for 4 days. Where
were you in the year of our Lord 2000? It actually would have been 2003.
I had just moved to Colorado Springs.
Oh, so did you?
I got the big one.
You got the big one. That was
awesome.
That was the best childhood memories of like winter I've ever had in my life.
Oh yeah, my dad was just out there shoveling for hours, and we were digging snow caves, and it was great.
Yeah, I was down in like South Denver area at the time for that one, and I remember my mom coming downstairs telling me like, all right, let's say a prayer for some snow because it's supposed to snow heavy enough that, you know, you might not have to go to school tomorrow. It was a Sunday. It was the Sunday before spring break. Like the next week would be spring break. And so I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. Snow day. And then I have to go to school one less day this week before spring break. That'd be great. And then we woke up and like the doors were sealed.
Yep.
It was 5 feet where we were in Denver.
It was drifting up in spots. Like, that's crazy.
Dude, yeah, it was to the point where like, because we had a single story house with a basement. And so it was a low sitting house too. Like it was not a very tall single story. And so the snow went all the way up past the gutters from like how far the roof sloped down on the sides. And so that was pretty cool because I could just like we
roof.
Yeah, we shoveled out stairs basically, and then climbed up those onto the roof. My grandfather worked for Channel 4 News, and they were stuck down at Channel 4 for like 2 days.
Oh man!
And they had to walk across the snow that had built up in Denver. It was funny, like because like they couldn't get out the front door, so they like had to again shovel upstairs so they could climb up onto the street and then walk across, you know, the 4 or 5 feet of snow on the street to the Mexican restaurant. And they had called and they're like, hey, is anyone there? And they're like, yeah, we're snowed in. And they're like, if we walk over, can you make food? And he's like, oh yeah, for sure. And so they walked over to the Mexican restaurant across the street and like climbed down into the Mexican restaurant and ate food there. And like, I just think it was crazy because like in my head, I thought that was like the movie of The Day After Tomorrow, you know? Snowstorm just annihilates like most of the northern hemisphere. And I just remember thinking, I was like, oh, this is it. This is the thing they talk about in school. This is the global warming. Yeah. And then it was like a week later, all of it was gone. Classic Colorado, all 5 feet melted away. And then it was a week of spring break, and it was baller. I loved it. I had 2 weeks off of school.
Because I had just come here from Texas. And I'm
glad you experienced that.
It was awesome because...
That was like once in a century.
It was so crazy. And my parents had gotten with one of my best friends from Texas and flown him up here.
Oh, nice.
And so he got here, and then that storm hit. I remember too, they surprised me at school, like getting out of school, like he was there with my parents. And I was like, they surprised me. I was like, what the heck? Hunter's here. And then we went home. Then it snowed like crazy. And yeah, and then because he was staying up with us for all spring break, and it was so fun. to have that wild storm.
So it was the week of your spring break down in the Springs, yeah.
Yeah. So it was probably like a week earlier than yours because we had basically we went right.
That's the way they all were.
But it was
different counties.
I just remember making snow tunnels.
Yeah, dude, we did snow tunnels, trying to get across the street to our neighbor's house. My neighbor across the street was my babysitter, but she was also like really cool tomboy in high school. Was teaching me like how to skateboard and like play baseball and stuff. Yeah. I in my head I remember her being like very conventionally pretty, but she was so tomboy.
Yep.
That like I also remember her just kind of being more like a very cool older brother almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she was the only daughter of like a war vet dude and stuff. So like he had pretty much just raised her to be like very, independent. But anyways, so we were like, oh yeah, let's get across the street and see like what they're doing if they want to hang out. And this was like 2 days of us shoveling, trying to navigate these tunnels and like popping up periscope wise and then giving feedback to one another to try to get across. This is my stepbrother and I. And I'm like, all right, I'm just going to try to sled across. And so I like go to the top and I sit on one of those like circle sleds and I start pulling it across on the snow with my hands. And I'm like, I remember seeing our van that is parked on the street. It was like a big camper van. So it had like, I could see just through the tops of the windows, the curtains of the back of it, and the ladder going onto the top. And that's how I knew I was like at the street. And I don't know why. I don't know if it was the heat, the like stored energy of the heat and pavement, or if it was like the sewer system and stuff. But when I hit the street, I fell through the snow.
Oh no!
Like less than a foot of it. Like it was snow on top of water, and I went into like the slushiest, wettest snow. Like I felt like I was very wet. It felt like I was in water, like liquid water, right? And so I like remember going and flailing my hands around and finding this sled and like holding on to it, and I couldn't pull myself back up because it kept on sinking into the slush with me. It was like quicksand snow.
Yeah.
And so I found I kept on like struggling to get over and grabbed a hold of the ladder to the van. And I climbed on top of the van, and I was like, what the hell? And I was looking, and like it kind of didn't move super liquidly, but the snow, the way it packed down on it again and on the slush, it just looked like it wasn't there at all.
Like reformed.
There was there's no way to tell. And I was like, oh my God. And my stepbrother, we'll just call him V. I was like, V's about to hit that. And so like I started like heavy foot stepping off the van back into our yard and going back to the tunnel entrance. I started crawling through and I was like, V, stop, it's all water. And like I remember he's like, what do you mean? And I get there like, don't dig any further, it's water. And he's like, no dude, it's snow, look, it's snow. And he like hand scooping with like a beach shovel, you know what I mean, like little like sandcastle shovel, scoops the snow away, and it just like starts spilling out, like vomiting this dirty wet slush snow, splashes past him, starts like flooding him in the face, and I'm like, oh, we gotta get out of here. So he turns around, we start crawling out of the tunnels as they're filling up with water and just like collapsing behind us. And when we got out, it looked pretty cool because you could see the tunnel system, how it collapsed from the slush from the street just spilling into it, right? But that was like, in my brain, did you ever see that movie Ants? That's what it was.
Oh, yeah.
It was like when they hit the pond or whatever, or the sprinkler system while the ants are digging, and all the ant tunnels flood. In my brain, I was like, we're going to drown down here, just like the movie Ants. Dude. But it was such a good time, dude. That was easily like one of the most amazing, magical, because I also was just like, whenever we were done, we were just watching home recorded video VHS tapes.
Yep.
So it was like everything we had recorded on VHS from like over the years. And so it was like, I had Dinotopia.
That was a great one.
Dinotopia, that was a good one to watch. It was like so long as a kid that it couldn't keep my attention, but like it was great to put on and then play with my dinosaur toys while I was playing. Watched, I'm trying to remember, we VHS recorded the Batman movie with
Oh, you got his name in my head right
I
there.
know, I got both their names.
Birdman.
Birdman,
Mm-hmm.
actor who played Batman. He was a great Batman.
Some of the other guys.
And then the guy who played the Joker was Jack Nicholson.
Mm-hmm.
That one was almost like a horror movie to me as a kid, like because Jack Nicholson was so scary in it.
Mm-hmm. He was very scary in that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, those are great. That was a great time. Did you and your buddy do anything crazy? Like anything like borderline dangerous because of the weight of the snow and like how much there was?
I mean, just also being from Texas, it was just like the sheer amount of snow was just incredible.
Can't comprehend it.
And being in, what's crazy about when you do make a snow tunnel, when it does collapse in, you are kind of stuck in there.
That's how people die.
Yeah. And like, or
that's
like,
how people die in avalanches.
Or like the next day when you come into your snow tunnel and it's got smaller. It's like, because it's shrinking, it's collapsing.
Yeah.
Have you ever slept in a snow cave?
No, never.
It's, I've done it before and it's pretty wild.
I mean, I get the concept and I think it'd be cool, but I'm also just like, it's not really realistic in Colorado. You know, like you'd have to go into them hills to really do it. And I think like if you were to do it, it'd make more sense like further north into like Wyoming somewhere where they get, you know, we just don't get the same amount of snow drift because we have so much to break it up.
Yeah, you definitely have to go up in the mountains for it. But we went to this spot that had these like 15-foot tall drifts.
That's crazy.
And we hiked in there and dug into it, and
it's like probably, I bet it was like dried drifts, like packed dry ice borderline.
It was they were pretty packed, and we worked up a sweat. What the crazy thing about digging a snow cave is how you can get yourself in trouble is one, you work up a sweat digging it. And so if you don't like unlayer while you do it and or get it done in time, like you're gonna be freezing cold. And so where we were, it was starting to get towards the end of the day, like we weren't quite done with it yet, and just me and my cousin were just getting sweaty. It's like, man, we got to finish this thing up. And then a cross-country skier came in there, and really we had hiked in where there's really going to be nobody back there, but there is a trail through there, and a cross-country skier came, and he was coming, and he came over to us. We're like, hey, wait, because he was coming over the drift where our cave was, and we're like, oh wait, could you stop right there? Like, don't go forward at all, because we just built a snow cave just beneath where your skis are. He's like, oh, okay. And like he's talking to us for a second. And like our plan is we had hiked like it was a mile or two from the car, and we were gonna sleep in there that night. And it's like the sun's starting to go down, and this guy's coming over. And after we get done talking with him, we're like, hey, by the way, like, just a reminder, like there's a snow cave right in front of you if you could go around it. And he's just like, yeah, okay, and goes straight over it. And it was like, thinking about it, I was like, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Like maybe he just completely did not understand what we were talking about.
Yeah.
But then also he thought it was closer, or maybe he's just a
douche,
a road biker of the snow.
Yeah.
Just a D-bag.
All skiers.
Yeah. just the cross-country skier, whatever his deal was. But then I realized, I was like, if he had collapsed that, it was starting to get cold enough and windy enough, and we were soaking wet from working. I was like, we could be all of a sudden in a really big pickle. Like it's time to hike back to the car quickly before we freeze. But we crawled in there and we got in there, and we'd built it with 2 shelves to sleep on, and we dug in some like little tiny little alcoves around it, and taken our ice axe and connected a hole down. We did about 5 holes around the edges, and we put candles in there, survival candles in there, and lit them, like an 8-hour candle.
Nice.
And lit them. And first with an ice cave, you light a fire in there, get it hot, and then light candles, get it hot, and then take them out, and then you let it freeze, and it forms like an ice barrier. But then when you light those candles, one, you got to have, the scary thing about snow cave is, you got to be careful, like expending too much energy to make one. If you're in real survival situations, like you spend a lot of calories. 2, you got to ventilate it. So like those holes are super important, because you can just die from using up all your oxygen, having no oxygen in your cave. And then, but then two is like if it collapses. And it's like most of the night I was like kind of waking up like, is it getting closer? Is it gonna? Because we had this snow cave. We had about at the peak of it, we probably had 5 to 6 feet of snow on top of us, and I was like,
"That's a lot more than you need."
It's more than you need, but it's also like that's a lot of. If that thing falls, we're gonna be in a pickle.
Smoke break.
Smoke break.
Hey, Ken, it's Mick, and I've got something important to talk about. We all hope we never find ourselves in a self-defense situation, but life's unpredictable. Enter the National Self-Protection Plan from Attorneys on Retainer, an actual credible law firm you can put on retainer for your self-defense needs. For just $35 a month, you get national coverage in all 50 states for criminal and civil legal representation in self-defense situations, complete with a 24/7, 365 toll-free emergency line. That's real legal support when you need it most. What's in the package? Bail bonds, scene cleanup, firearm replacement, even mental health counseling. Plus, 0 fees for a laundry list of defense-related costs like expert witnesses. So support the show and get yourself some peace of mind. Click the link in our show notes or visit our sponsors page to sign up for the National Self-Protection Plan from Attorneys on Retainer.
Hey folks, Pat here. If you're like Mick and I, you're a fan of classic tales like Lonesome Dove, Blood Meridian, The Three-Body Problem, and Steinbeck's East of Eden. With Audible, you can dive into these epic stories anytime, anywhere. Sign up for a free month, and your first audiobook is on the house. To start your free trial and support our show, click the link in the show notes or swing by the sponsors page on our website.
Want an awesome website for your podcast? Check out Podpage. We use it for the Mick and Pat show, and it's a game changer. Set it up in minutes, no coding needed. Support the show by using our link to get started. Your podcast deserves a home as great as ours. Podpage, the one-stop solution. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's why, like, there's like a rule or something about. I remember reading it for like when you're making your own igloo, essentially, like about like how much weight you should have on the top third or something like that. There was some ratio. I'm sure someone can look it up.
But it was so quiet and warm in there.
Oh yeah.
And then when I woke up in the morning, I opened up our little makeshift door, and the wind was whipping like 50, 60, 70 mile an hour winds.
Whoa.
Which makes sense why the snowdrifts were there in this area because of how windy it is. But in the cave,
nothing.
Dead silent.
Yeah, yeah.
Which also, if it collapses on you, your screams will also be dead silent.
Yeah.
So you gotta be careful. But it was a pretty fun experience to go sleep in an old snow cave. So, but yes, but my imagination or my wonderment about making snow tunnels started that day back in 2003 spring break, just being like digging a cave and going in. It was pretty fun.
You ever been able to do more? Well, I guess that was a snow cave you did because you said you guys drove in there. Because I just don't think there's ever been a snowstorm big enough for us to do anything similar to that.
Not in town. You gotta go.
You gotta go out into the boonies, out in the sticks.
And we did build one once. If you pile the snow and then dig it out, and man, that's a hard dig.
Oh yeah,
because it's so compact. But we have done that once.
But that one also is like if you do it, when you don't have enough snow, it just looks ugly.
Yep.
Because you just got grass poking up through where you removed it all, and then you got like this weird, abominable pile of snow. Okay, but that one in 2021, I remember that one because it had been so cold. It was so cold that like no one was expecting that snow. It was like well below zero. And I remember I woke up because I heard while it was snowing that night the like cracking popping of the trees because it is so quiet. It was when it's snowing like that, it's so silent and it's a dampener. And so then when you hear something as loud as like a tree limb snapping or splitting from the weight, it's pretty loud. And I heard it and I wake up and it's like 2:30 a.m. I think it was actually like 3. And I get up and I go outside and I hear this limb snap and crash into a car. And I'm looking around our street to see like which one just had like a limb fall in it, and I start hearing all the other limbs kind of snapping and cracking, right? Like they weren't breaking entirely yet. So I go and I woke my roommates up, like, guys, we need to move all of our cars away from the trees.
Yeah.
And like while we were going out there to get our cars and move them, limbs were like snapping and falling down onto other cars. And this is the crazy thing. It was so cold that a ton of cars, I think their batteries were dead because their alarms weren't going off after the trees fell on them. And or fell through the windows, right? And it was one of those things that was pretty crazy because I remember my roommate, call him Jay, and he was moving his car. His car did not have 4-wheel drive when we were having to push his car to get it started, to get like out from the snow packed around it and get it enough traction on the street. And as we were doing that, we had just pushed him, and he's kind of curving around to a spot where there's no tree limbs hanging over, not big ones, like if they broke, they wouldn't break his car. And as we were like stepping back on the sidewalk and kind of directing him, probably like 30 seconds after we had moved, the tree right above his car essentially, split down the middle and like just crushed into the street where like he would have been. And it was that was like the last week of spring. The other one back in like 2003, that snowstorm was like beginning of spring. So that was like first week of March. This one came after like all the trees had gone real rubbery and already were blooming and their leaves were in full bloom. And so like they were full of just liquid. And when that freezing temperature came in, they started like actually like freezing themselves. Like in the interior of the limbs and stuff was freezing because they were so wet. And then the snow came, and that just made them brittle, and they were snapping and breaking like glass. I remember that was like the weirdest thing. The way they were like breaking and falling off was super strange. But the sounds were crazy, dude. And I remember we're like, whose car just got crushed? Because we heard the glass shatter. And like walked down the street, and we found this limb going through this car's like sunroof into the like, back of it. And I was shocked. I was like, all right, guys, we should go back inside. It's pretty cold. And I didn't realize, but like in pushing the cars and stuff like that, I had cut my hands up.
Oh, really?
It was so cold that like your skin like felt like tissuey. And the blood, I didn't know, my hands didn't sting from cutting them, pushing on the bumpers and stuff, but they were so sticky, and that's how I noticed they were bleeding, because I was like, what is that weird, like, tacky stickiness? Because your blood was freezing. And I looked at my hands, and they were just covered in, like, icy, sparkly blood. And my buddy's hands, too, because, we were both pushing on the same car bumpers. And that was, like, I was like, maybe we should get inside. Like, if it's that cold, like, you're actually at risk of like getting frostbite pretty quick. But it was magic. I mean, it was very beautiful, but it was very eerie looking around, and everything was perfectly still, and there's no sound. And because of how cold and like the time of night it was, there's no one out. But everything was glowing from the reflection of like the lights and stuff off the fresh, heavy snow. And it was like you'd hear something snap and fall. You'd turn around and there'd be no movement, but all of a sudden there'd just be an extra branch, and it was very creepy. It kind of felt like the trees were attacking you almost,
It was crazy. And it's a big storm when a road grader gets stuck.
Yeah.
Like there was just like stuck on side of like things like that, just couldn't move. And I was kicking myself at that storm because literally 4 weeks before I'd almost pulled the trigger on putting a plow on my truck.
And getting contracted.
And I was like, man, it's going to just like, it's just like, I do too much money. Like, I was like, it's $5,000 for this whole setup that I don't want. And I was like, I didn't do it. And I was like, I would have paid that off in one day.
Oh, yeah.
Just going around.
Yeah.
Just backdragging people's driveways, whatever. But, and that storm was crazy. I shoveled out the shop here, and I just got done shoveling out the shop, came inside, and then all the snow off the roof fell off. And then I opened the garage door, and it was the white wall.
Yeah.
5 feet tall.
Yeah.
But this was the avalanche snow. So it was like, I was like, oh my God.
It would have killed you, dude. Killing you.
That's true. I was glad I wasn't out there. It would have squished me, but I was like, oh, time to start shoveling. We shoveled so much because at that time I had about 40 VRBO properties that I was in charge of maintenance on.
Oh, really?
And we were shoveling our butts off, dude.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
My gosh, we were just shoveling forever.
Dude, that is a one thing too that is such a young man's job.
Yeah.
Like shoveling snow in the middle of the night. Like no one realizes how insane that is until you do it for like 8 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And if you're an old man doing it, you've made some poor life decisions.
Made some bad
typically.
decisions.
Do you remember that one of the craziest? That was the crazy amount of snow, but the craziest storm I think I've seen here was the bomb cyclone in 2019. It was early March 2019, and it dumped like 10 inches of snow in like no joke, like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I was here for it. I guess I just don't remember it.
It was the only reason I remember those because I was maintenance man. Similarly, I had a bunch of properties that we had been out shoveling and taking care of, and we had just been out doing maintenance. But then all of a sudden, it was like all hell broke loose because we had typically when snowstorm happens, you go out at night and you shovel all the properties, and the morning starts, and then everybody's stuff's clear.
Yeah.
But these were all commercial properties, and like everybody's calling like, "Where's the snow removal guys?" But we were driving down the road, and it went from just like kind of a little bit of a cloudy day to literally whiteout condition.
Yeah.
It was crazy, and we had similar to the trees break. This one broke a lot of trees too, and one of the properties, one of those 200-year-old cottonwoods.
Oh yeah.
Like can't wrap your arms around big, fell just across like 5 cars and
my gosh,
just flattened them. And I've been out and I was taking pictures of all these things and showing my boss because he was like, "Hey, could you get out there and clean some snow up and clean some branches up?"
Hey, could you get out there and do your job?
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, can you clean the snow up and clean the branches up?" And I was like, I texted him these pictures of like the war zone, and he was like, just kind of do it.
Don't die.
Yeah, it was kind of like, well, put some ice melt on the entries, get out of there. I was like, yeah, dude, this is crazy.
Yeah, I think I do remember that one because that was the time when I was working at the jail, or I had just left the jail. Yeah, I think I had just stopped working at the jail. It's hard to keep track of. But anyway, no, it was I was working at the jail. But yeah, that was a stressful time, dude. That was definitely a stressful time. Because I remember just how many trees were broken on my drive to work and how many cars were in town just spun out. It's like everyone woke up the next morning and was like, "Oh, I guess I'll still go to work." And it was like, "Hey, bud, like, if the streets aren't plowed yet and it's still white out, like, you could call your boss and be like, I'm going to be late. I guarantee you your boss is going to be late." You know what I mean? But that was a crazy, because I had to go, law enforcement, you just have to go.
Yeah.
Like, there's just not a choice. So, and I remember going and just seeing how many cars were spun out. It was crazy.
And, okay, look at this picture, though, real quick. This is the bomb cyclone from the...
Oh, yeah.
It's literally a hurricane snow across the whole country, but look at where Fort Collins is.
Yep.
Right in there. It's crazy.
Yeah, that was a crazy time. Last night though, dude, I was driving home from the movie theaters.
Oh yeah.
And I was driving north on the highway, right, and I see the snow plows. And like, if you live in any like town or any city, not city, I guess, if you live in a state that has like a dedicated snowplow service for the highways and stuff, you often see them getting rolled out. And sometimes you're like, really? They're rolling them out already? Like, there's nothing. And there had been flurries for several hours, but nothing sticking. Dude, and in 1 mile, it went from flurries and nothing sticking to complete whiteout. And I couldn't see the highway anymore. And I got, like, ran off the highway.
Really?
By a semi that didn't know where the road was.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, dude. He was coming up behind me so fast, and I was like, dude, I can't see anything. I couldn't see exit signs. Like that's how blacked out it was from the snow. And I remember going slow enough, and he was coming up pretty quick and went to, I think, trying to pass me, and I noticed the semi itself starting to tilt because he was going off the highway on the easement, and then he came back and kind of corrected. But he corrected too sharp, so I had to brake, and I just got over until I felt it wasn't like the snow wasn't so thick that like on the it didn't fill up or stack up, I guess, on the pavement enough that you couldn't feel the bumps, right? You know, from the shoulder. Mm-hmm. So once I felt those, I just kind of stopped and let that semi get ahead. But I swear to God, Pat, like probably 20 feet in front of my car, his taillights were gone. It was unreal. It was probably the craziest I've seen, like not in the mountains, from like nothing to like absolute blizzard whiteout. I just went 25 miles an hour in 4-wheel drive the rest of the way on the highway. And
then it's scary about someone coming up behind you.
Well, that was the thing. I was like, I don't know if they can see me, so I just threw them on flashers. I was like, hopefully they'll see the pattern. But I mean, you know, like my exit pull off for my little town just north of us, right? And it was so dark and so white out, dude, that I couldn't tell if I passed that exit and was on my way to Wyoming. So I had to like pull over again and put on maps.
Oh man,
because it was like, and you just couldn't see, and you couldn't see the streetlights on overpasses. There was nothing, dude. It was surreal. I debated. I was like, maybe I should just like 4-wheel drive off the highway. I know there's a county road, and it's a lot safer to be on the county road at night than on the highway in a whiteout
road for real.
Yeah, but it was also like by the time I got home, it ended. Like so in that like usually it's like a 15-minute drive home. In that like 45-minute drive home going super slow on the highway, it was there and done. It went from nothing at all to 10 inches of snow dumped to being over.
Yep. That happened to us one time when you duck hunt, bad weather is good weather. And this big storm was coming. It was...
but don't the ducks not want to fly in bad weather?
No, it gets them all horny, gets them all turned on. They want to be out there.
They want to have sex?
Not really. But they want to get out. They want to fly around. They want to flock up. It gets their migration instincts going. When cold, wet weather, windy weather, it usually stirs up the wildlife, and so all the lakes and ponds around here were frozen, and there's this spot out east where there's these sloughs where the water doesn't freeze, and it was like -17 out, and
it's too cold, bro. How I can imagine some of that shotgun ammo isn't going to fire.
It's we load up the truck. We're like, all right, we're gonna go. We're gonna drive late at night. We're gonna drive there. We're gonna actually get it. We're gonna drive east, get a cheap hotel, sleep for 10 minutes, wake up, go hunt. But on our way out, we're going out 34 out of Greeley, and it was the craziest drive. First of all, we were Instagram Live had literally just become a thing that week. So like lots of people were using it, and it was easy to get a lot of people watching you because it was so fresh. And so we load up with all the duck stuff, and we're in the truck, 3 of us, and I'm driving, and the roads were true whiteout. On the snow was coming down so hard, there was just no road.
Yeah.
And once you get out past Greeley, no lights, no nothing. Like
there's nothing. You're just blind.
But there's 18-wheelers trucking, and so similar to how you're saying, the visibility is horrible. But there's these 18-wheelers that are coming and passing us in the snow and just hauling balls. But we had to be going. I had to keep it going like 60, just so if we wouldn't get run up on. And so we just got flashers on, going 60. We literally cannot see any. You can't see more than 20 feet in front of you.
Yeah. That's how it was last night.
And we're just hauling, and we had our Instagram Live going, and we had like I think we had over 100 people, just randos, just watching us, asking us questions. And when these 18-wheelers would pass us, it would put you in a snow cloud. It would last for about 30 seconds. You just couldn't see anything. We just hold it straight and hope you don't run off the road, keep going. Yeah. And we did end up going hunting out there, but it was cold that morning. It was so cold that it was cold enough that the guns started to not work after your first couple shots, just from condensation. And it's cold enough that when you get out of your waders, you can hold them for 2 seconds and let go, and they stay standing up.
Yeah.
It was a cold day, but
that's crazy.
The drive out there, it was one of those drives too where it's like, did that in my 20s. I would not do that probably now.
Yeah, that's how I am with a lot of the drives I've done. I'm like I have precious cargo.
Mm-hmm.
Like in my 20s, I was like, so what if I die?
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays I'm like, if I die, that will seriously set back all of my wife's plans. That will ruin my family's plans for retirement.
Mm-hmm.
That will destroy many lives.
Mm-hmm. And it's okay to want to kind of live yourself. Now that our prefrontal cortex is fully developed, just kind of like
some self-preservation.
Yeah, it's just like
I still don't have a ton of self-preservation of like I need to live.
But you're probably not as gung ho to like go rock climbing, and get real high, or drive 110.
I tell you what though, too, like I also am like when I'm driving Billie Jean or my dog, or any like friends or family. Mm-hmm. My mindset has just completely shifted of like, I don't want to be the person who has to tell any of these people's families that they're dead from a car accident I was responsible for. Yeah, you can't do jack dick about like someone else, flattening you. But I'm just like, I got precious cargo now, and I see it that way.
My catch-22 at that for me is that when I'm driving by myself, I don't get road rage. But
I get road rage now. If I'm by myself, I never get it.
But when I have people in the car I care about, I get a little. Then my road rage comes out a little bit, which is therein more dangerous for the people I'm trying to protect. It's like, so it just sometimes it messes with. I gotta slow down and remind myself, why am I mad? Okay, I want to keep these people safe. That's why I'm actually mad right now, because that wouldn't have pissed me off before. So take your foot off the gas. Don't chase them down. Don't get in the whatever it is. It's a funny thing that the very thing I'm trying to do gets messed up because your brain, my lizard brain takes over, and then
that protective instinct. Yeah, I mean I'm the same way, dude. Like if someone almost runs me off the road without using their blinker and cutting so far over that like they would have hit my front tire with their passenger door. I just brake and I'm like, oh gosh, man. I bet they weren't paying attention. I honk, but it's not like the screaming while I honk.
Let you know I was here.
And I'm just like, it's the reactionary, like, please don't hit me as you're trying to merge over. But then it's like, I'm like, I wonder who it is. And I'll like kind of speed up just to see who the driver is, but no aggression or anything. And then I'm like, all right, like, well, glad that didn't happen. That would have been crazy. And then as soon as Billie Jean's in the car, or like, any other person, my mom especially, because my mom almost died in a car accident. And so like anytime I'm there and someone does that, I'm like in my head, that's fucking it, man. I'm riding them off the road, like, and I'm like, I literally while I'm driving the car, I'm never like. You know what I should do in response to that? Hit their car with my car. And then illogically, absolutely illogically, when I have someone in my car, like I want to make sure is safe. When someone else cuts me off and, crashes on the highway going 80, I'm like, I'm going to end you.
Your decisions have rendered your life forfeit.
I've never been more okay about sacrificing my vehicle as an asset. Like,
oh yeah. I may or may not have uttered some of the most heinous homicidal language in front of my wife and kids.
Yeah. I've never done anything stupid. And
I haven't done it, but I've said some things I regret.
Yeah, no, but like, I mean, I see like some people's road rage, is just insane where they actually are like pulling their gun out of their console or something. And I'm like, I've never been there ever to that point of anger or like boiled like red vision, the red mist where I'm like, it is out of my control how I'm going to like take a step towards violence. And the most of it ever is like I just actually am really swearing and cussing, and that's really all it is. Like I've never been in that thing because but I have seen some people. I have been in the vehicle with some dudes who were like, I'm gonna fucking shoot this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, bruh.
Yeah.
Like, dude, chill the fuck out. You know, and it's never who I thought it was gonna be. It was never my homies who were like out of state students from Texas and they had their M9 in the glove box. It was always dudes who were like, business majors and like kind of like more fratty boys. And I was just like, bro, like, I've seen you shoot. You should not be reaching for that gun and trying to shoot it while going 80.
And so I will say with road rage and snowstorms, one of the times I did come off the handle a bit when I did not have someone in the car. It was one of those mornings where it's early morning, not a lot of cars on the road, and the snow has covered. There's no lines on the road. So everybody knows the rules of when there's no lines on the road. Rule 1, kind of do your best and stay in the tracks that have been established, you know? And so we're coming up to
like I'm following the 18-wheeler cutout before it's covered up.
Yep. And so we're on a city street, but a main road in the city, and we're coming up to a double turn lane. And so I get over into the first turn lane, you know, like get over a little bit to the left into the first turn lane. There's a further turn lane further left. And I guess I was maybe a little bit in the middle of the two of them. Like I said, it's like whited out. So then I'm on the phone with one of my employees, and I'm stopped, and this guy's coming past me, and he comes to my left to get in the other turn lane, and he bumps my window, which I'll say, I knock windows with other big trucks quite a bit.
He bumps your window?
Or sorry, bumps my mirror. Sorry, I'm saying window. Sorry, he bumps my mirror. Our mirrors slap.
Oh, because you got mirrors that stick out far. Their mirror sticks out really far.
So when we're like, there's tight traffic and like something happens, like I've tapped mirrors with other guys, or they tap my mirror, and it's kind of like you just look at each other and you're like, peace sign, like, hey,
it's okay,
keep rolling. You know, we got the big truck mirrors. All right. So
well, and those mirrors can bend out that way.
They can bend out
without breaking.
Yeah, and it's just
not like you're like most people's wondering. They're like, how does that happen without your mirrors exploding?
Right.
Because most mirrors don't go that direction.
They're made to be tapped a little.
Yeah.
And so a little mirror tap's no big deal. But he taps. It's not that there was no other cars around, and he had room to get further left, but he wanted to stay in his what he thought was the lane as much as possible. And I thought it was the lane as much as possible. But he hit my car, which everybody knows the hitter is guilty of the hitting, right? So I don't even care. He whacks my mirror. I'm like, whatever. I'm on the phone with my guy, and then he rolls his window down. So then I pull up because I'm like, oh, this guy wants to talk to me. If somebody,
he's gonna wave you down. He's like, hey, sorry, man. Let's pull over.
What would somebody say? Yeah, if someone taps your mirror and you see them roll their window down, probably just a hey, sorry, or just a quick apology. Hey, sorry about that. Everything good? Whatever. So I pull forward a little to where his window's down, and he just looks over at me and then goes, I don't know what to tell you. I was in my lane. And then something in my brain just snapped and flipped. And it was the arrogance on this guy's face, and like just the douchery that you can't put words to. And when someone says something, it's not the words he said, it's how he said it, and the things the fact that he took the time to roll the window down to anti-apologize was just like, it boggled my brain. So it literally snapped something. I'm on the phone with my employee, and I proceed to yell a few things out the window about my of phallic nature, and where I'm gonna put my stuff and what he can do with his mouth, know. And I'm just screaming this out. You could, just letting him have it. And my employee's going, and the other side he's going, oh, dang, Pat, get him. Yeah, get him. And I'm just like, and then the dude just peels off, and the roads are packed with snow. It's super dangerous. I'm like, but I just, at this point, my flip had switched, and I was like, oh my gosh. And so I did try to, I was like, I'm going to find this guy. I tried to follow him, and he was, because also I decided late to follow him. I was like, I'm gonna if I'm following him. He was too far gone at that point. But the emotion that overcome me in that moment afterwards, like debriefing with myself, I was trying to figure out, why did that make me so mad? And is what I was talking about, just the fact that it was like, go out of your way to anti-apologize. It just got me, man. It got me right in my honor issues, I guess. But
yeah,
oh my gosh.
No, yeah, there's nothing. I think especially when you are like already mentally there of like, you know what, this guy's gonna make peace and I'm gonna make peace too.
It's no big deal.
You've mentally reached the journey that like, I am also gonna be the big man and make peace too.
This was not even a big deal to me at all. Yeah.
And then like when it's like as someone's coming up and they're like extending their hand to shake yours and be like, bygones be bygones.
Oh, yeah.
And instead of like that, they like, you know, smack you across the face with it. And you're
he told me it was my fault that he hit my car. And I just was like, where do you get off? Anyways, road raging.
Dude, the reason I was driving home last night was because I went and saw Predator Badlands for a buddy's birthday. And it was really good. It's actually a good movie. It's definitely like how I will soft introduce my child or children to Predator.
All right.
And then I'm going to show them the actual Predator 1985 movie with Arnold. But I'm not going to let them see what it is. Like, I'm going to put it on and start playing it and just skip past the intro with the Predator ship coming onto Earth.
Yeah.
Just so that way when they sit down to watch it, they're like,
what
an Arnold action movie. Yeah. And maybe I'll have like put on Commando before that. So they see the movie Commando first and they're like, this is what Arnold does. And then they'll be like, what the hell? What is killing all these people? And then it'll be revealed to be the Predator and they'll be so shocked. Because in Predator Badlands, your main character, your protagonist, is a predator. And I genuinely think it will be a predator that will win over hearts and minds of children. It's a PG-13 movie.
I was about to say,
and it's like everything in it is tailored to be very violent without being like violent against humans. So like all the people who get killed in it are like synths. And that's how they get around it. They're like, it's not actually blood. It's just a bunch of white goop coming out of these synths. And when they get their heads taken off and they get, flayed into pieces and, body parts ripped off, it's not people, it's robots. And I call it the Samurai Jack effect. Samurai Jack was able to kill everything and everyone.
In a Y7 show.
In a Y7 Cartoon Network primetime show because everyone was a robot and just spewed out oil instead of blood. And it was awesome. And that's how this movie is too. And it actually had some really good comedy in it that wasn't cringe comedy like Marvel comedy.
Good.
The acting was, not great. But part of me thinks that's more because there's no humans, so everyone's supposed to act like a robot. So maybe that's just why the acting like a robot felt kind of hammy and I don't know, but it was good. It was well done. At some points the CGI was a little too much. Like, did you ever see the Black Panther movie? You remember the final fight scene in that movie where it's just 100% CGI fighting in Wakanda subway, and they don't even look like remotely like actual people. They're just like CGI cartoon fighting. That's like there's like stuff like that in the opening where some predators are fighting and you're just like, this doesn't even look like people in costumes. Like this looks like the way they're moving is too fluid that it takes me out of it when I see them moving in costume. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's not how smooth and fluid the user is, the character is when it's a guy in a costume running with a mask on.
Right.
And he's not jumping like that, when he's in costume. It's a lot more stiff and, big guy, a guy in a costume. And so it was just, there's a couple parts like that, but it was all right. It was tolerable. The movie overall, I'd give like an 8 out of 10.
Nice.
But anyways, saw that for my buddy's birthday. His buddy of mine. You know him. But every year for his birthday, now for 3 years or so. I think 2 or 3 years. Another friend and I, we've come up with a very harmless, very hilarious bit in that we know our friend is like a classic rock kind of guy, 80s, 90s rock as well. He enjoys it. But we like to really overemphasize and act like somehow, like at some point he or someone else, like his wife, told us that he's a Dave Matthews Band fan. And every year we get him Dave Matthews Band stuff. It's like we started out small with like just getting him a shirt and signing like, hey, to the biggest Dave Matthews fan we know, happy birthday. This year was his 30th birthday. And I like asked his wife, I was like, do you guys have a record player? Because we had forgotten. I was like, the only thing I could find that's Dave Matthews is like this double set vinyl record. And she's like, no, we don't have one. I was like, damn. I guess he would, if I bought him this and gave it to him and he's like, oh, I don't have a record player, then we'd have to take it back. And it could spoil the bit. Because while we take it back, he could be like, you know what, I'm happy you're taking it back as well because I'm just not a Dave Matthews fan. No, I'm sorry I haven't told you sooner.
Oh, so he
hasn't said that he's not a fan.
And
that's
he's not.
Yeah, that's the funny part.
Right.
Because he's playing like kindness. He's just
he's just being kind.
Just so nice and kind and he can't bring himself to tell me and my other buddy that he's not a Dave Matthews Band fan.
Oh my god.
And so we just keep getting him stuff and signing the cards like there's a Dave Matthews Band song called Samurai Cop. It's on this album. I said, you know, happy 30th birthday to our favorite Samurai Cop from Jay and Mick. And I was like, I was like, had bought you this vinyl before I found out you didn't have a like record player, so we got one too. And so now we bought him like a record player to play. His only record is a Dave Matthews Band. Like double set album, and it's like it's just big enough, you know, of a thing because it's like a modern day record player. It's not like it's like a $4,000 vintage record player.
Like, where do I put this thing?
It's a portable one, and it can also be used like as a Bluetooth radio and stuff. So it's got like actual utility, which is kind of nice to give him that as like a 30th birthday gift. Because I kind of feel bad if I gave someone like on a milestone birthday an actually completely useless gift.
That's true.
But so we got him that in the record, and now like his wife's kind of in on it, and I'm just like, you don't have to lie, but I do need you to like make sure he doesn't tell us that he doesn't like Dave Matthews. Like if he's ever talking, he's like, this is too much. Like I gotta tell him so they can take this back and get their money back. You have to be like, no, like they asked me about it. Like they clearly really put a lot of thought into this. Like, so what? We at least have a record player. And we just won't play the Dave Matthews album. We'll just go get other records, you know. And I just wanted to keep on digging in because like sometimes we'll go over and we'll see the Dave Matthews shirts in his closet. Just like, I bet those never get worn. But you know, and like the whole point too is that we're working up to the next time Dave Matthews goes on tour.
Yeah.
To get him tickets for his birthday, and so like he's like so insanely like accountable to keep with the bit and just play along. And maybe, who knows? There's nothing more I would love than if we were at the Dave Matthews Band concert and he's like, you guys, I gotta tell you something that's kind of funny. I really wasn't a big Dave Matthews Band fan until you guys like kept giving me stuff year after year, and now I'm just happy to be here with my friends, and the music makes me think of my friends. That would be the best part, you know. Kind of like, you know, Pavlovian, or what's the one where you come to love your kidnapper?
Yeah, Stockholm
syndrome. A little bit of Stockholm syndrome with Dave Matthews Band and his buddies. But I think it's so funny. And when Billie Jean was wrapping the record player and the record up in like, you know, some Christmas wrapping paper because his birthday's so close to Christmas. And I could not keep it together, dude. I was like crying, laughing every time because I tested it out, made sure everything worked. But I was just like, this is such an insanely harmless, but hilariously like funny a bit. And dude, I get watery eyes just thinking about it.
That's great.
So he's trapped in that, and I've been getting messages. He just opened it, and his wife just messaged, like, the first thing he said to me is like, "What the fuck is up with this Dave Matthews Band bit? Like, what is going on?" And so I'm like, "That's perfect."
Yeah.
Like, you don't even have to you don't even have to be like, "What, honey? You told me?" Because like, don't lie. Because if he's like, "I've never told you that," like, don't do that. But just be like, well, it's still thoughtful, even if you don't like Dave Matthews Band. Like, there's some good songs on that album, you know. So it's excellent, dude. I love it so much.
Here's some things I found. Dave Matthews bobblehead.
That's a good one. That'd be interesting. Get it for his desk. He works at a desk.
Dave Matthews Band album cover, wood burned onto a cheese board.
Like a charcuterie board?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Then we do have a Christmas ornament. You have wrapping paper with Dave. It's Christmas themed wrapping paper with Dave Matthews' face on it wearing a Santa hat. So
that one I feel like would be hard because I don't think his wife would want that aesthetically underneath the tree.
Yep. But you could wrap his present in it.
Well, then he would know. Because here's the funny thing. I think he opened up the record player first. Because it's a lot bigger. And I think he was like, wow, they got me a record player. That's kind of random, but that's really nice and sincere. And then he's like, oh, I wonder what the first record is. And he opened it. It is the double set Dave Matthews. And he's probably like, this is all a bit. This can't be real.
What you could do. This is we used to do this just for fun. And like in high school, we had a band room and we'd buy like broken instruments from pawn shops and then sign them with like rock stars' names and just put them on the wall.
That's cool.
But you could get a guitar that's jacked up. Just get a $30 guitar from a pawn shop. It looks all used and just like sign it with Dave Matthews and make a fake like authentication like form with it and just be like and make it like don't say how expensive it was, but make it clear in the authentication that like this is from his, you know, what the guitar from his peak tour, or like it's like, and just
that'd be insane.
Just see what oh man. But also Dave Matthews concert. I mean, hey, you'll enjoy yourself at that. It'll be a good show.
Yeah.
But that is a great bit. Oh, that is hilarious.
And then by then he'll have enough T-shirts that we've bought him that we can all wear them.
You can all wear his band shirts.
Yeah.
Oh, that is hilarious. Is this the same guy you did the mint thing to?
No, that was a dude in my Bible study that I was discipling. He was that guy was a lot younger. This is a dude who I like was peers with in college. But anyways, it's such a classic harmless thing. And like I want to start learning the other band members of Dave Matthews, like their names, and just start getting them like inside jokes like about like the band members.
Yeah.
It's like get him a coffee cup or something that says like, don't talk to me until I've heard, what's the black guy who plays the saxophone? Oh. He's a ginormous, like dreads black dude that plays the saxophone and ants go marching.
What is his name? They got a big band. It's his name's Rashawn Ross.
Don't.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, he's the trumpet player.
Who's the saxophone guy?
Jeff Coffin.
Yeah. Don't talk to me until I've heard Coffin play the sax and I've had my coffee. Like imagine that on a mug. So niche. And someone would be like, what is that? There's no way he could explain it to anyone who asked him about it without sounding like a mega Dave Matthews Band nerd.
Yeah.
He'd be like, I'm not that big of a fan, but my friends got it for me. And anytime he would say that, people would be like, all right, buddy, sounds like you're a big fan, but like it's not anything to be ashamed about.
Oh, that is hilarious. Oh, that's a good bit. Oh.
And it's rather cheap, you know. Like I think all said and done for his 30th birthday, we spent like $130, $150
with a real record player.
Yeah. Real record player and a double set, you know, best hits album.
That's funny. Need more of those. Those things bring joy. Some
They
good,
do,
good,
and
clean,
they're harmless.
Good, clean fun.
They're harmless.
Mm-hmm. I bet you could get on the Dave Matthews Band Reddit.
I was debating that. I was debating like, hey, does anyone got any like stuff they want to get rid of?
Yeah. Oh man, why is there a Reddit feed for everything?
Dude, there really is.
Whatever you want to go learn about. People right now on Dave Matthews Band Reddit feed are sharing their, because Spotify Wrapped is coming out.
Yeah.
There's lots of Spotify Wrapped going out. People bragging on here about him being their top artist. This person spent 41,000 minutes listening to Dave Matthews Band.
That's crazy.
This year.
That's more
How
than
many days is that?
That's more than my wife's total combined Spotify Wrapped
How
played.
many days is 42,000 minutes?
That would be 29.17 days.
That's crazy. That's someone who listens to it
They spent
24/7.
a month of their life listening to Dave Matthews this year. Oh,
You know, when I think about it, though,
gosh.
I've probably spent over a month of my time this last year listening to audiobooks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep. That's where I was thinking, because I wish I had Audible Wrapped. I bet
They do
some
something
insights
similar,
on there to
right?
see
Yeah,
how
they do
much
insights,
time I've
yeah.
spent on there. This guy's the 89th top listener. So there's 88 people for him to pass this year. Who's the top listener? You need to get his login for his Spotify. And just every night on one of your devices, play Dave Matthews on nonstop and make him the top listener of the year on Wrapped. Number one,
That's too
Dave
much.
Matthews.
That's too much. I feel like.
He wouldn't even know what is happening.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Another band, like, it's kind of like a Dave Matthews Band. Like, there's a lot of like people like love him or hate him types, and there's been this big resurgence with like Creed, but
Yeah,
the
because
problem-
of that Running Up the Hill song by What's Her Faves that
Mhm.
Creed covered. And Creed's cover is pretty good. It's a good cover on Kate, what's her name? Kate something. She's the original artist who did Running Up That Hill,
I don't remember her
which
name. Yeah.
that became popular again because of the
Mhm.
Stranger Things.
But there's also like resurgence in dad rock in general,
Yeah.
or butt rock. That's what it's also called.
Why butt rock?
I forget why it's called butt rock, but
Because
it's called
bunch
butt
of
rock.
bunch of dads with their plumbers crack out at concerts.
I don't remember why it's called butt rock, but
Oh, you sit on your butts the whole time. Like you're there at like the field, the stadium, and you're just sitting in chairs the whole time.
I don't know. But the deal with it too is like Nickelback and Creed got so overplayed, and
When we were young.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's part of what ruined it for so many people.
Mm.
And now it's gonna happen. It's like, I wonder if these band members like, oh my god, it's gonna happen again, because it's on every TikTok video, every YouTube short
Really?
has these Creed songs in it, and like Creed memes
funny.
and all this stuff. And it's like, I'm just like, and I've always stayed loyal. Listen, I like Creed. I like Nickelback.
Hey,
Get at me.
you said that, and now I'm going to weaponize it against you.
That's fine. But now it's like, it's coming back around, and now it's like they're gonna do it again. They're gonna freaking ruin butt rock again. And butt rock likely originated from the 90s hard rock radio campaign with the tagline, rock, nothing but rock. So now they call it butt rock, nothing but rock. Now it's people call it nothing, but butt rock. And so that's why it's called butt rock, because of your dad's, your construction worker dad's radio station, just 99.99, nothing but rock.
Mm-hmm. I get it. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I like that it's resurgence, because I truly do think that there's less good music than there was in the 90s and 80s. Like, I still listen to 80s hair bands.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I truly don't think there's a band that has come along that has produced better music post 2010 than Van Halen. Like, I think Van Halen music is so insanely good for almost any vibe. And I think that just because, like, I didn't grow up listening to Van Halen. Like I discovered them, you know, when the ability to stream music started coming on, like post iTunes. And so, and I mean, I had heard their songs before, right? But I didn't know them, and that was their song. Same thing with like, you know, AC/DC, Metallica. Like all of them were stuff that I heard at times playing in the radio as a kid growing up, but I never knew. I couldn't tell you an AC/DC or Metallica or Van Halen song. And then I was like, dude, this is good music. And I remember like that was when I went like I just stopped listening to like modern hip hop and rap, and I pretty much like that was also when I was phasing out of modern country because like modern country just felt a little repetitive.
It AI'd itself.
Yeah,
like even before it was like a country song, top country song hit this last week was an AI song, hit top of the charts. What the heck's up with that?
That's also fake news.
Is it fake news?
Well, it's not fake news. It's fake because to be the top of the chart only requires a count of streamed. So and you can fake how many times it was downloaded on stream by just having it.
It might have been the numbers might have been the books might have been cooked.
Well, it's also low numbers. Someone did the math on it. It only takes like 3,000
to hit it, and to hit it for like if it goes viral, people look at it. That doesn't mean it's been. That's true because it's different than like in 2002 if a song was on the radio for
and being
3 months straight and being
it was
played.
A Billboard 100 and it was the song selling albums, right?
But modern country got so canned, like it just canned music. It's all everything. It's all the same. It's all the same stuff and down the hill for sure. And that and I think they've been using, you know, auto-tune drum machines, different things for a very long time now. And that's where those old songs don't have any of that in there.
And they also just, to me, feel like, you know, they do feel like a time capsule in a way. Because it, to me, makes me feel like I'm listening to the music that my mom grew up with. And, you know, bought her first cassette player to listen to, right? And stuff like that. So I enjoy listening to that experience because there's like some nostalgia to it. But it's also like I just genuinely believe there was like overall better songs at a higher quantity than there is today. And don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of bangers that get made like today and like over the last 10, 15 years. But I just don't think there's as many consistently like good songs.
Or songs of today, how long do they stay at that level of being a banger? About 3 weeks, you know, till something else pops up.
Consumption too has changed though. Like you used to buy an album to share it with your friends and play it in the car together, right? And nowadays, like you send a link to a song that you like on Spotify to a friend and they open it up at their house away from you. It's not as much of like a communal thing together. You're experiencing it. Like there was this band called Family Force 5 and they were like this kind of like borderline like disco rock, techno punk. They were kind of like Daft Punk to a degree, but like a more like kind of goofy, silly songs. And they really like niched out a little bit of themselves for it. But I remember they released this album, Dance or Die, and my buddy had bought it. He's like, "You guys got to hear this. This is crazy." And I remember he was playing it in his Honda Civic for us. We were like, "Dude, this music is baller," and we were just like dancing to that song in a parking lot, playing out of his speakers of his car. You know, it was at the time when this word came into existence called crunk. It was like everyone's getting crunk, dude. I'm getting crunk on this right now, dude. Like, it was so. But that was like no. When's the last time you saw a group of kids?
It's when crunk hit the white people.
Yeah. When's the last time you saw a group of kids like dancing to like a music blasting out of a car in a parking lot? Like, I haven't seen it since I was the kid doing it.
Yeah. No, for real. Yeah, I have not seen. Or like, I'll say in college once, it was like a Tuesday morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm riding my bike from one of my classes. I'm a freshman, and I'm passing one of the sophomore guys' houses.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just loud music coming from in there. Like, loud. And I'm like, what's going on in there? And, well, everybody's in a, parachurch youth ministries. You have access to large speakers for youth events. So they had taken all these speakers and rigged them up, and they were playing like Lil Wayne or something.
Yeah. I'll also say Lil Wayne was one of my he was one of my sunset rappers.
Oh yeah.
Like as I was losing my interest in rap, he was like one of the last ones I really enjoyed listening to.
And so I walk in this house with this raging music playing, and there's no girls. It's Tuesday morning, and there's like 25 guys just dancing their faces off in this house. That might be the last time I saw such an impromptu dance party, a strong impromptu social dance party breakout, with no and the fact that in general, why do dudes dance at the clubs? It's an act of peacocking and prospecting.
Sure.
This was, while the lyrics may not have been so pure coming out of the speakers that we use to tell people about Jesus usually, the act of this man dance party was very pure.
Yeah,
which
I get that.
Reminds me of the Bruce Willis SNL skit, Boy Dance Party. Did you ever see that?
I don't think I ever saw that one.
I'll show it to you later. It's a good one. It's basically the same premise, just it's a boy dance party.
Yeah.
And it's that's it. It's just pure.
Those are some of my best memories as a kid. Boy dance parties. Dude, also, this is one, I thought about this at the movie theater last night, but I remember Friday, school's over, waiting for someone to pick me up so we can go to the movies. We would get to the movie theater 2 hours early. So me and my friends who are, we're all arriving in different cars because we lived across different areas of South Denver. And we'd get there so we could dance to on the DDR machines.
Oh man.
And compete. And we would do that for 2 hours before the movie started. Right? And that was exhilarating. It was so fun. Even if you weren't good at DDR, you were there to just be hype for, the ultimate kind of bracket challenge. And there would always be the randos who were in their 30s. And they're at the movie theater and hey, let me get in on this. And they'd come and dance against you. And it was so fun. It was so funny and fun.
Yes, it was. That reminds me of one of the first viral videos. This is when, this is early YouTube and beginning of, this is when mostly most viral videos were being sent by email, right?
Yeah.
Was Fat Kid DDR.
Dude, I remember that one. Yeah, that was a good one.
And it is the incredible speed with which his feet are moving, but his torso is not moving.
Yeah.
It's hips down, stomping, gyrating.
Yeah.
And he's just focused. And then he messes up and falls at the end and pushes the machine and it moves under him.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude,
man.
the best dancer in our group was a kind of fat kid, too. He was lightning on them steps.
Oh, man. There's a lot of good old... used to not take that much to go viral. Maybe it doesn't take that much now. Say in effort. Or in I'll say silly things go viral for no good reason.
I don't think you... Well...
But there's so many people trying to go viral, it is very hard to go viral.
Yeah, and I do think back in the day, too, it was also you could never plan a viral video. On early YouTube days.
The hide your kid, hide your wives guy,
Yeah.
Charlie bit my finger.
Dude, no one ever was prepared for that.
They weren't ready for it.
I smell like beef.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, good nostalgia episode of just remembering childhood stuff and stories and harmless bits. Going into the holiday season, we should talk about in an episode here again kind of the recommended holiday gifts for the man in his 30s.
Yes.
And do something like that because we did a gift giving episode last year or like recommendations going through stuff. And honestly, like in the last year, I've gotten a lot of those things either from people as gifts or like for myself. And so now it's like, okay, kind of got to come up with a whole new list. And I'm actually struggling. Like Billie Jean is on my case. She's like, you haven't made your Christmas wish list yet.
Oh yeah.
I need to know what you want so I can send it out to, the family.
And it is hard, like where it's just like and we'll get into it when we talk about the episode, but it's like, you mostly just want somebody to get you something that's meaningful.
No one ever
that they put thought into.
No one ever buys me bullets or guns.
Yeah, that's the
that's
problem.
all I want.
There's like some of the things on my, like, as a kid, your largest desires could be met on a birthday or Christmas. Now, I cannot ask for a $3,000 shotgun. I cannot ask for a $100,000 ski boat. I cannot ask for a hunting ranch.
If you really love me and are happy that I'm a part of your family, then just like commit to shelling out like enough for
machine gun,
dual nods.
Exactly.
Like just give me dual nods.
Just a quick 15,000.
White Foss, dual nods.
Exactly.
Don't you love me?
And
but,
so
it is that is the dilemma of like, I don't want knickknacks. It was so funny because we were in the line to buy the record player and record from Barnes & Noble. And Barnes & Noble, the front of the line is like the same as any store, where it's just trash. And Billie Jean was like, I just love, what was the word she used? She used this word that I never heard, tchotchkes. She's like, I just love tchotchkes. Like, I like to look at them in the assortment and how cute they are. I'm like, but it's trash. She's like, yeah, but it's so cute. And I'm like, don't buy me any of this, please. It's like,
are you
such
80?
Disposable trash.
Are you 85 years old? Are you my grandma?
But I mean, it is super sweet that, like, because I never look at that stuff while I'm in line and think like, oh, this would be a good gift for so and so. But like, that is how she thinks, and like, I think that's very sweet and innocent. But I'm also just like, don't spend our money on any of this. It's disposable Chinese garbage or like poison candy. Like, you know what I mean? So
my grandparents, it was like great grandparents' tchotchkes were as an assortment of salt and pepper shakers, but they were all like African American, with some of their features exaggerated.
Yeah.
It was like, and it was like it was one of those things they had, and then like when they passed away, you're like, we gotta throw these out. We can't have these anymore.
Do we take these to Goodwill? What do we do? Like, yeah, that's funny.
Oh, yeah.
I did tell her, I was like,
forbidden tchotchke.
I was like, don't spend any money on tchotchkes. Instead, spend money on a gift card to Schlotzsky's. Because I love Schlotzsky's. I love me a circle sandwich.
Albuquerque turkey.
Yeah, dude.
That jalapeno bread.
Anyways, thanks for joining us, Ken. Hopefully you're thinking about, childhood snowstorms and stuff and fun things you got to do when you had snow days or impromptu, unplanned, fun times with friends, music from your childhood, dancing with your buddies. And be thinking about what you want for Christmas. Because honestly, here's the truth. It is an act of service and love to go out of your way to make a list for your loved ones to then get you those things. Because then they get to relish in the moment of, I got you something that you wanted, and I got to deliver that to you, and I get to now see the joy in your face. And that itself is a gift you can give them that gets given back to you. So do it. My opinion's changed because I was such an anti-Christmas gift person. I know we talked about that before of like, don't give me anything because it's not what I want, and then I have to fake like I want it. And nowadays I'm in the mindset of like, all right, I will buckle down and I will really do the research and digging to find something you can get me, so that way you get to experience the joy of giving me something I actually want. And I encourage everyone to do that because it does show consideration and love for your friends and family when you do that. So anyways, be thinking about that, Ken, and start making that list. And I guess, Pat, you got anything else?
Just don't forget to get crunk listening to that Dave Matthews music.
Get crunk and listen to Dave Matthews.
Yep. Till next time, folks. Thanks for tuning in. If you love this episode, drop us a review. If you have qualms or comments, leave us a voicemail on our website. While you're there, check out our latest news, merch, and deals from our sponsors. Till next time, Ken.